the army. Is there something else that shows their composition? No, not really. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, these ultras do pretty good amounts of roaches due to their bonus versus armored, but what can you do? Massive battle here, pretty good concave. Just roasting units on either side. I'm not sure I like the choice of infestors. I'm pretty much with Starcraft that I think they're a little too much gas and that they have better alternative uses in big roach battles, but what can you do? Makes this a little bit easier for me. And just notice that the difference that these upgrades made. He wound up quite a bit behind me. Now he's just going to be spamming units like crazy, using all that money he's accrued as an advantage on me. So yeah, lots of roaches on each side. He's got 6 Ultralisks training, and I'm just spamming more roaches because, you know, roaches are pro. Roaches are very pro. I'll also burrow these guys to heal them. I actually have these guys fully stacked with Glial Reconstitution, Tunneling Claws, 3-3, you name it. And one thing I forgot to bring in the first battle, but will want to bring in the second battle, is the Overseer. Oh yeah, he poked out here, but wanted none of that, so that's fine. And again, just, you know, burrow to heal. Nothing too spectacular there, and he's just going to keep the same army, except for that he's going to start to go Broodlords now, realizing that I'm all Roach. He finally went Aspire and upgraded it right here. And I didn't know that, but whatever. So 182 versus 199 again. These Ultralisks are pretty scary, but you know, they're kind of caught in a choke. Not much they can do. These huge things skeletonized, whatever. Again, it's just slight upgrade advantage, and didn't lose as much of my army in the previous battle. Looking at the units lost, I'm gaining quite a lead on him here. And that's pretty much going to make up almost all of the difference that we've had in income for the game. So, very nice for me. Caught up some ground. Burned some queens. Get rid of all those Ultralisks. Really sink into his money. He has tons and tons of minerals, but not a lot of gas. And I'm running into similar problems as well. But again, I have 183. He's dropped down to 98 supply. So even though he's won the macro battle earlier in the game, he really lost out on unit composition, and I don't know, there really wasn't much micro going on in that battle, but he lost out on unit composition, and that also gave me a chance to start producing Hydralisks, which, yeah, you'll see I have some of those on the way, fearing the Broodlords. But, in addition to the Broodlords, I wanted to put some pressure on his bases, particularly his mining bases, not just his outskirts ones. So I'm back up near 200, getting back there faster only because I'm losing fewer units in supply. And some more Broodlords. These things aren't upgraded though, so they aren't nearly as scary. And yeah, just some pot shots from the Broodlords over across the cliffs, but I'm just going to ignore them. Push right into his expansion. Yeah, infested Terrans, but so what? At this point, not scaring me at all. Mass Roach! I saw someone write a lyrics parody for They Buff the Roach, similar to I'm on a Boat, and I would love to see a song like that done, just like Husky did with that ridiculously awesome Justin Bieber parody. Man, if you haven't seen that, YouTube search it. It's worth a watch. I don't care. If you don't even like StarCraft, it's hilarious. So, lots of carnage here, and yeah, I'm getting tied up by the Broodlords, and that's annoying, so I'm just going to force my way up the ramp, and as a bonus, I am distracting his Broodlords. He is not doing any damage to my base right now, any of my bases. Just, you know, I'm clean. While he's got 2 mining bases, I have 2 mining bases, so really, he's fallen behind here by not pressing my bases with those Broodlords. I guess he can't really help it, though. It'll turn into a base race. He can't win versus the Roaches. And he is doing some damage to the Roaches, but all of his tech structures are going down here. And, oh, look at that gas crisis he's under. That's so painful. So much gas. More slaughter. And yeah, I'm just going to take out all of his tech structures. Be really a nuisance here. Taking out both the spawning pool and his hive really cuts into what he can actually produce. Unfortunately, I did not see the Greater Spire, so that's unfortunate. You know, or maybe I did and I just missed it. But I'm going to run away here, and yeah, these guys are just going to burrow and heal right back up. Got some Hydralisk here. And quite a number of Hydralisks, actually. Yeah, there you go. Units. 20 Hydralisks available. That's pretty good against 9 Broodlords. Notice I am ahead of him on the Harvester count now, just from sheer killage. So there you go. Although that's never a good sight to have this kind of stuff coming into your main, and he took out my Hydralisk then right away. Now here I don't know what happened. Like, Hydras were set to attack, but they didn't right away, and yeah, they're just like doping around, and now they start attacking the Broodlings. Very poor micro on my part here. I'll try to redeem myself on that later in the game, because that just hurts. So now he's going to push into my base and do the exact kind of damage I did to him back. Although notice that without his tech structures, you really can't build anything of substance, and he's just going to keep getting more and more money. No point. Very easy kills here. Broodlord Cocoon, so he's going to stick with the Broodlords, even against the Hydras. Here, I do just, set up waypoints so that I don't screw it up while I'm microing my roaches, and just order them to kill all the Broodlords off. And I will do so. And keep pushing his base. So this turned into a pretty big macro game. And man, it was a good one. This isn't something I get a lot of opportunity to do in terms of longer games, because usually when I play one base, somebody will expand or leave an opening, and I can just take advantage of it. But this guy just kept sitting back and defending, so I had no choice but to macro it myself. If I'd scouted this, it would have been a different game. Probably could have ended it sooner. So that's very unfortunate on my part. I'm always amazed that relatively high diamond players like us can be making mistakes like this still. What can you do? And yeah, I'm just going to sweep through here and take out some more bases. And I guess he's been burrowing his drones. I forget at which point I noticed that. I think down here, yeah, I actually saw them physically burrowing in, which reminded me that I could do the same thing if he starts pushing any of my bases. Although right now all I have to worry about are Broodlords. At this point, I feel pretty good about the game. He had quite a bit more income than me for a long time, but at this point, obviously, I'm going to be ahead just because I killed all his bases. In his bases, killing his dudes. So, take out this base, and again, just run away from the Broodlords. I can't really do anything to them, so just, peace out. And bump into another expansion. But I'm checking all the expansions, and this one I go for first. Also picking up the Greater Spire by fortune more so than anything else, and he's just forced to cancel. But he's just trying to buy time for his Broodlords, I guess. Unfortunately for him, I still have an active military, while he does not. For example, 35 Hydralisks. So he did a pretty good job of snuffing my expo there, but I still have a mining base, and he really doesn't. And now I get to pick on the Broodlords. Very nice. Run! Haha! Or you'll be well done. So again, I just got these guys patrolling all his mineral fields, because, as long as I keep him from mining, I can't lose. And he actually lost his final structure there, so that will be... Oh no, he just left the game, so okay. That will be good game. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you do not. The Me and Team signing off.